I made a contact with, just to show you how, when you are fearful, what can happen to you. I made a contact with a couple that I used to play badminton with, who I knew had got their own business. And we arranged to go and show them the plan. And when we drove up the road and they were end of a cul-de-sac, they'd got this great big house, which looked like a mansion to us because we lived in a semi-detached. And they'd got this circular drive. And we looked at each other and we thought, oh dear. So we almost drove around their circular drive and drove out again. But we didn't. We knocked on the door and we were greeted and we were invited to have a cup of coffee, and we sat and chatted for an hour and a half. And we never got round to talking about the business. You know how it is. And we've never talked to them since, because we don't know where they are now. But we learned from this. We bottled out at the time, but we learned from it, and we made a goal never to bottle out again. At the time, our vision and belief was so small that their house and their cars intimidated us. Now we know more, because the lifestyle of some of the people in this business that we've got to know are far, far better than these people. So, you're inviting people off your list. You've made some phone calls. Does the phone feel very heavy? We'd phone a number, chit-chat for 20 minutes, never get round to saying what we wanted to say, put the phone down again. Did our friends come to see the plan? Some did, some didn't. Did it hurt? Temporarily. Did it slow us down? Yes, for a while. Why didn't we quit? Because our upline told us how good we were, how they believed in us, told us which book to read and which tape to listen to. We didn't quit because Bill O'Brien said on a tape, winners never quit and quitters never win. And we wrote that out and we had it on our wall for 6 years. We've taken it off the wall now because there's no reason why we'll quit now, because the money's too good. But Pat and Greta focused our attention on the future, not what's gone on in the past, but the future. And it is so easy to dwell on the past. My dad passed away when he was 53, but he left me with a very treasured message. Whenever Mike and myself had to make a decision in life, you know, when you buy a house or buy a car or change a job, that sort of decision, he used to say to me, as you go through life, always look forward. You've made a decision on whatever it was, and at the time it's the best decision you've made, and you can't go back on it. You can never go back. You can't dwell on what's gone on in the past. Go on, keep going until you make the next decision, and look forward to the next decision. And I never realised at the time what a message that was. You know, I mean, I didn't realise till we got into this business how powerful these words were. But goal setting isn't a talent we're born with. It's something we have to learn along the way. We always know the people who really want to achieve, because they go away from these things and they do write the things down that they want to achieve. They physically put pen to paper, things like, I'm going 18% in March, or we're going to show 3 people the plan, or we're going to take 6 people to Pat and Greta's and Jerry and Mandy's 9% meeting next month, or we're going Silver Direct in June. You don't have to show the world your goals. You can put it in your handbag or your purse, or in your wallet, or one place is behind the sun visor, or stick it on the fridge door, or put it on the bathroom mirror so that every time you look in the mirror you have to dodge round it. Or do what Jerry and Mandy Kent did, put their goal on their ceiling so that when they went to bed every night they saw it, when they got up every morning they saw it. And I want to have a lot of money, or I want to be happy, is wishy-washy. I'm going to spend, you've got to say, I'm going to spend, you don't say, I'm going to spend more time reading this year. You say, I'm going to read 2 chapters every day. If you are new, you could target yourself to get 9% to go to the 9% meeting. You could perhaps show 4 people the plan and then show those 4 people how to invite and show the plan to another 4 people. If you all do 140 PV, then you'll be at the 9% meeting. Set a goal if you're here today, that if you're here by yourself, as a couple perhaps, or as a single, I'm going to bring 15 people here next month. I'm going to fill a row, or I'm going to fill a section. How do you achieve this? By building a list, contacting people, inviting people, showing the plan as often as you can, 3 times a week perhaps, and then we can help people do the same. Show people the correct things to learn. How? By becoming a student yourself. You can tell the people who really want to build a business. It's the people who've got the pens and the notepads on their lap, both man and woman, the people who go to plan trainings together and seminars and rallies, the people who find the babysitter, the people who ask for advice from their upline, or someone who they know can help them. I want to show the plan to an accountant. What do I say? Do I say anything different? I've got this 60 to 70-year-old couple. What sort of dreams do I talk about with them? How do I contact a man who's just lost his job? I've shown the plan to my sister and her husband. How do I follow? They don't want to do the business. How do I follow them up as customers? These questions you need to seek advice from. You use your upline. There's plenty of people to help you. Your upline might be 20 years younger than you, but they've been in this business longer than you, so they'll know more. Even if you feel you haven't done anything recently, but you'd like to ask your upline, they can personalise this system we've got for you. They can tell you which book and which tape to have for you at this particular time. It'll take much longer to build this business without help, and they can help you to believe in yourself. So make a goal, keep in touch, listen to tapes daily, read the books, go to functions to learn. Some people don't go to functions, they read but they don't listen to tapes. Or some people go to functions, read, listen and don't keep in touch. Some people just don't go to functions, and we've never known anybody build this business who hasn't gone to functions. So set a goal to do all the things you need to. It's not difficult, you just have to do it. This is a duplication business, and if you don't do it, you can't help anybody else. So go out and grab your success. Set a goal. Go out and meet people instead of switching the television on. Do things in your business every single day. Make a goal. Today I'm going to do this, I'm going to contact, or I'm going to invite somebody, or I'm going to sell a product, or I'm going to read 3 chapters in that book, or I'm going to listen to 2 tapes that day. Sometimes we waste time and we wonder where the day went completely. And I read in a book about a salesman who goal set himself, and he had this poem written on the back of his business cards. And it is true. If we don't waste time, then we can have a better future. And on the back of this business card it was, I have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. I didn't seek it, didn't choose it, but it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it, give account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but eternity is in it. And I'd like to thank you for listening, and I'd like to hand you over to Mike. Thank you very much.
Good, isn't she? You can see I'm married up. Are you having fun? Are you really having fun? Good. Actually, I always have fun, and when I'm invited to speak, and it's always a privilege and an honour to speak, I always tend to go through books to find some inspiration, and I'm never serious for too long, and I was looking through the book and I found I just thought a couple of things you might like to hear. A funny quip, really. A blonde girl from the Burton-on-Trent had a nose that was awfully bent. One day, we suppose, she followed her nose. That's why no one knows where she went. There's another one. I've just got to tell you this one. It's about a woman and her 5 kids are on the beach one day, and they're walking up and down the beach at Rill, and they're looking, like panic-stricken. All of a sudden, this guy's walking past them, and he said, "You've lost something." He said, "What are you looking for? You look very worried." She says, "Well, we're trying to find the place on the beach where the kids buried their dad." He says, "Don't you know where you were sitting?" She says, "Would you remember where you were sitting a year ago?" So what I'm saying is, have fun. Whatever you do, you got to have fun. Pat and Greta always taught us that. But I assume that I am talking to a bunch of winners today. Is that correct? Yes. And you're ready to move this thing on, right? Yes. And make it work for you. Well, you are winners, and I'll tell you why. You're winners because you came here today. You see, the ones who decided not to come are just thinking about it. They're going to see if it works. And the ones who had no guts have already quit, right? We believe you're here because you know it works. And you're right, it does. There are no failures. Those who succeed simply decide to. Those who fail simply decide to. And you're right, it works every time. There are no failures in this business. But there is one provision. You have to work it. You have to do the work. There is no free lunch in success. And success in anything takes work. Consistent work. Doing whatever it takes to achieve your success. To realize your dreams and fulfill your goals. That's what success is. So what is success generally? Well, success is, very simply, the progressive realization of a worthwhile ideal. But it takes work. You got to get off your butt. You got to roll your sleeves up and you got to do something. Thomas Edison said that invention is very simply 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. And I think that's true of success in any endeavor, and especially in starting your own business and realizing your ambitions. I remember when I started building my own business in the early days, when I'd gone to the bank and put the house, the wife, the kids, everybody up front so I could raise some capital. And the hours I was in the business alone at 2 and 3 and 4 in the morning. There was no one there. I was alone. I just wanted to be at home in bed too. So it does take perspiration. It does take effort. It takes consistent effort. Success usually starts after 5 p.m. and on weekends. The difference between a job and a career is about 20 hours a week. So how do we become successful? Well, I think what we need to start to learn to do is to start to do the things that successful people do. And successful people invest in themselves. They go to business seminars that are appertaining to the field in which they want to succeed. They read a lot, all of the time, in fact, and are continually consulting with successful people, people already successful. Successful people are always eager people to learn, eager and natural students. They just believe that there's something to learn from every encounter that they have with other people and their ideas. They make sure that they are meeting with, associating with all of the time, as often as possible, with successful people. And successful people don't get involved in get-rich-quick schemes. We've all helped a number of people to see this business, and they've shown their interest, and a fortnight later, someone else has told them that you want to get in on this business, on the ground floor, makes fast money. Successful people don't get involved with get-rich-quick schemes. And the reason is simple. They believe they are in control of their lives. They have a dream, they have a focus, they have an ambition. They know where they're going. And they know that effort always means much more than luck. Daydreaming and wishful thinking will never make it happen. And daydreaming and wishful thinking is no substitute for planning and goal setting. I'm convinced that no one ever has succeeded by staying in bed all day or watching TV, waiting for their ship to come in. We've all heard the saying. I remember reading a book, Jonathan Livingston Seagull, and there's a key point in there which I'll never forget. It says simply, "He who flies the highest will always see the furthest." And it is amazing how many opportunities that open up for those people who are working hard and the hardest. I remember Fred Hartise saying many times, "I've noticed that the harder I work, the luckier I get." And it is true that successful people work hard at putting themselves on the path of success and in the way of success. The term good luck, which we've all been heard before, you were lucky in that business. You got in at the right time. I've learned that good luck is just the loser's estimate of a winner's success. Successful people help other people to succeed with them. We're all in our own business here today. Every one of you is in your own business. I'm in my own business. But I've found that in this business, I've never been in business by myself. And we're only as successful as the people we help to be successful. And we're only as successful as those who help us to succeed.